All right, so we're going to go over the operation of the trailer real quick. Up front, you can see you got both tanks. These are going to be for your soft wash. We've got your chlorine tank, and you can see there's no fittings for it on the bottom. That's because chlorine, we just didn't want any chances for any type of leaks. So it draws from there's a filter inside on the bottom of the tank, draws to the top, and the hose obviously goes to your proportioner system. Second tank is your soap tank. Outlet fitting for it is right there. There's a drain for it right there. If you ever needed to drain it, there's a barb on it, and you can drain that out. The lid has off and then vent. Vent is what you're going to be running when you're doing your soft washing. It just allows air to get into it so that the soap flows out of it. The proportioner is right here. We've got water closest to you, and then your chlorine is the orange one, and then the middle one is your soap injection, your soap. And then this mixture, most of the guys run anywhere from 3 to 6 on the chlorine, and the soap, you kind of have to look and see what guys are running on YouTube. I can't give you a good advice on what to run the soap at, but there's lots of people out there that are doing this. They're doing the soft wash every day that can give you better input on the mixtures. Your soft wash valve pump is right here, and what we did is we made it a quick release in case you ever needed to swap it out. There's terminals that separate on both the power and the ground line, and then these bolts up here, just 1/2 inch. You can take them off with a 1/2 inch wrench and pull the pump real quick if you ever need to swap it. You're going to get full-time soft wash. You're probably going to get 3 to 6 months out of that pump before you need to swap them. Your deep cycle battery is right here. That's how you power your soft wash system. You have your gun on your soft wash reel, and you just turn on the switch and you're ready to go. Do your adjustments. The things you see here are inlet filters. So this is an inlet water filter, and then there's another inlet filter, obviously, as I already said, inside of the chlorine tank to filter in the chlorine. And then we get to the pressure wash system. This is your big pressure wash unit. It's electric start. Usually needs a little bit of choke to get going. I put a valve here so that if you don't have the gun on the reel back there, you can keep this closed off and then put your gun on and turn it on, and then you're powered then you charged your pressure wash line. But don't turn this on unless you've got your gun on the end of the hose. Going over here, this is where you're going to fill up. So you're going to want to get the trailer pretty close to the gas pump. Your gasoline and diesel are right here. The bad news is they're on this side of the trailer. This is a new style of unit we use, but the good news is they're an extra 5 gallons compared to what we had you quoted at. We had you quoted on the 12-gallon each diesel and gas. This one holds 17. So you'll be able to go a lot longer between fillings. That's your filter, your inlet filter for the pressure wash system for the fresh water. If you ever lose pressure, just unspin that canister right there. There's a screen in there. Clean it out, put it back together. And then as far as your burner, if this switch is off, you're running cold water. But once you kick this on and hit the switch, turn up your dial, and then when you pull the trigger, that's gonna fire up, and it'll provide hot water on demand. And then when you're done, just shut it off, run some cool water through it, and let it roll. Hour meter, not sure, what does that say? Digital, nice, 0.02. I would change the oil in the engine. It's brand new, so I change it after about a month, probably about a month of use, and they're really straightforward. It's just 1040 oil. You can just use an little evac pump to pump out the oil and then put new in. I'm going to include all the manuals for it so that you know capacities and oil type, but I'm pretty sure it's 1040 on these. There's the oil filter. We diverted the exhaust so it points up and out for the engine, and then the burner is pretty close to the vent. Make sure when you're running hot water just to keep your vent open up there. There's your tank. Pretty straightforward on that. I've got a drain line that runs here all the way down to the end of the trailer with the valve. There's your lid for filling. You can fill in from the lid or from the hose, the fill hose. that has a, inside of there, you see where the fill hose is connected, inside there's a shut off valve. So if the fill hose is connected, filling up and the tank gets full, it's going to shut that valve off. All right, let's work to the back of the trailer here. So here's our pest control unit that we put in for you. We had to empty all the liquid out of it, so it'll need to be, just to get it in, so we'll need to be filled up again and then started up and primed. We started up the engine, make sure everything's running good, it's good. Your fill hose is right here, it's on a hook right back here. Just take it off as you need it. It'll connect to any garden hose style fitting. And then your hoses, I upgraded you. We had you marked up for a 100 footer. I put 150 on it. And then your soft wash hose right here. The soft wash hose is the PVC gun that you see up front, and the other gun is the pressure wash hose. Let's go over that real quick. Over here, there's your soft wash hose, the PVC one, and you can switch between 0 degree, 15, 25, and 40 degree. And then your pressure wash gun right here. I've got the 15 degree tip in it, but there's more tips right there. There's a chemical injector inside the packet I'm giving you. If you decide to use it, you'd put that black tip in the end of the gun, and the chemical injector will quick connect on to right here, and then there's a hose that comes off it that'll go into whatever chemical you want to inject. Other than that, that's really about it for now. I'm sure whoever's operating this is going to have a lot of questions going forward, and they can call me anytime. This is a great number for me right here. Just ask for me if I don't answer. And that's about it. All right, guys, good luck.